guys, let's jump in here to Misty and MSTR. So we were down on MSTR 4.22%, from 1511 to 1447. And Misty was down 3.73. So we got a little beat here. We had some ugliness up here where we lost, where they were up 15 and we were up 5 because we were massively capped, and they were up 14 and we were up 6. So, uh, but in general, it's good. So we bought back these guys. Let me show you what all transpired with Misty. So here we bought a synthetic. Now, what's interesting is we didn't go do the 30, right? Sometimes when you do a buy and you sell short to add a synthetic, you also add those 30, but they just threw it all in here. So this would have been 26.60 worth that they closed for 10 cents altogether, but they took the 30 and put it here. So these two add to 26, and then the 30 is there. Sometimes they just bring it down here and do it by itself. Okay, so we did a buy to open, right? We bought a call and we sold short to open, selling a put on the 155. Now that we're down at 1449, we're making money. So let's go take a look at that guy. So here's this scenario. You notice on these, it cost us more money to buy them than to sell the put. But now that we've dropped down below the 1550 strike price, we made a little money, 314,000. But hey, every little bit helps. So collectively now, we only have an 8.5 million loss. All right, let's jump back to July. So we closed these out for 10. I'm never really sure why. I mean, these are way over where we were trading. Pretty obvious, right? We closed at 1447 and we had an 1800 and we had to pay 10 cents. Why that is? My guess is they didn't wait till the end of the day, not because the price is higher, but you'd think you'd say, hey guys, give me a penny. Obviously, they must feel propelled, nothing to do with the fund managers. It's just the way these flex options. I mean, it just seems counterintuitive that why 10 cents? Why not a penny? But I guess they have the ability to set the price. So, in this case, it's $25,000 that they made, right? Plus, they have a commission on writing them. But as a percentage, we collected 24.6 million. So it's not like we didn't collect good money, but it's still, I mean, to you and I, 25,000 is a fair amount. So I just find it interesting. Whereas 10 cents on 125 contracts, only $1,250. So it's just one of those questions. Obviously, it's because of where they're dealing. You or I in retail would have just let it expire worthless, right? But we would have the potential, if it dropped below, having it put to us. And if we'd have written this same one they wrote, we would have had it put to us. They never had it, sorry, they wouldn't have had it put at these, right? It would have had to be in a different situation. But it is just kind of, because these are naked calls. So you always cash settle that even on the other side. Sorry, I was thinking of when you put the synthetic on and you sell the put and it becomes in the money, then they're going to put it to you. On these naked calls, you always cash settle. But I know in retail that you literally could let that expire and say, I don't have to buy anything, it goes to zero value. But in these flex environments, they can't. Um, okay. So here we are. Let's go look at the weekly. So everything, we didn't ladder. We're all sitting there at 1600, which is a nice 10 and a half. I don't have any fault for the fund managers going out 10.5%. So that's cool. Let me change this date. We'll just make it the same color. Well, you know what? That's going to mess up the date. How about this? I'm going to go out and pick blue, or I'll do it this way. All right, so they're all there, 10.5%. We've collected 7,074,000. And what have we captured? None. We're right where we wrote it on Friday. Let's go to holdings and check that out. All right, 7,074, 7,074. We sold it at 26.3 and it closed at 26.3 right here. Don't have that happen too often. That means they closed it near the end, or sorry, they wrote it near the end of the day, which is always smarter. You want to work off an ending price. All right, so that's in the books. I think I mentioned the reason they wrote those 30s is there were 50,000 shares, right? Remember they put on a synthetic for buying a call at 30 contracts, which is very small, and selling short. So that's why it was 50,000 shares that were bought in. So we turn this from a positive to a negative, but remember there's other periods of play that add up in here, but that's overall positive. Um, let's take a look at the other parts. So our synthetic dropping got bigger, right? It's 25 million now. It had been 8 million. So you can see 8, 6. We were 17 positive, 16 positive. This is a 1550. So you need to be above 1550. And then obviously they went below it, and now they went more below it, right? We're over 100 points below it now. But it's nothing we can't make up. I'm not real sure why we have this kind of disparity. I checked and double checked everything. So it's exactly what YIELDMAX is giving me: share count and NAV. And when you do the math on that, that's what I get. Let me just check that the math is being done correct. But yeah, G7 by H7, they're all the same up there. Okay, so that's the right number. So in that case, we're 24 cents over the value. But hey, Misty carries a premium a lot. People want it, right? If it drops down, I think people went crazy when it went down to 22 before and grabbed some. So, you know, traditionally that's a good price on Misty. All right, let's look at our payouts. So we got better. This was a positive number before. So it says our total income is 9 cents. We're pretty much done, right? If people buy in Monday, we can sell, you know, some more synthetics and pick up more money. But if I had to guess, this is a tough one. I haven't seen it this low. Okay. Um, well, here wasn't good, but you had all this carry forward, right? We had this big carry forward. I'm thinking that they still find a way to pay us $2, probably 201, 209. I would say between $2 and $2.10. Um, I, it's possible they pay in the dollar range. It's absolutely improbable that they pay us below a dollar. So I think a dollar is guaranteed. I think two is a strong possibility now, watching and seeing how they do this. But I do have a feeling that it's 210 or below. So between $2 and $2.10. Again, I'm going to have out my prediction on all of the funds. All right, guys, that's what I got. Great weekend morning to you all. If you're up early, have a great weekend ahead. Just put the market out of your mind on Friday. It was pretty red, it was pretty ugly. And let's hope for a good week this week. Okay, guys, again, not financial advice. I'm not a financial advisor. For fun and entertainment, hope you were entertained. Bye for now.